Hello, loves. Welcome to the Sacred Ravens Tarot Vision. My name is Jamie. I am your soul work intuitive, your spiritual mentor, a purpose career coach. And tonight we're going to take a look at some of the energies at the moment. Get an energy update for all of us. It works well that we aren't going to be buffering all night, but we'll see. I'm going to put my information in the chat box for those of you that are going to need it later. I've got sage going, darken the room a little bit just so that I can focus more and tap in better to what we've got going on. It's pretty strong. I'm going to put my email address here at the very top for those of you that need it for later. And we'll see how it goes. See what Spirit picks up for us tonight. Please know that if you're here, Spirit has sent you here. I make sure to pray and ask for that every time. Spirit is always very good about that. Very good. All right. So if you need to later, you may email me spiritualbusiness@thesacredraven.co. Okay. It's my email. All right. If you need to, you want to know more about me and my work, what I do, that will be here as well. Okay. And it's my website under my own first and last name. Okay. Okay, the synchronicities are like crazy right now. I think I chose the right moment. Okay. It just felt urgent. All right. Somebody needs to hear tonight's message. I don't know who, but you need to hear it. Okay. All right. So there's that. For readings done live, if you want one, and donations, energy exchange, that kind of thing, that will be here as well. Okay. Okay. And I'll put this in here too. For 2 cards. If you want 2 cards in a free oracle tonight, that is for your personal question. I'm going to put that here with the free oracle. Okay. And the Celtic cross. I've never done this. I don't know if how well this is going to work out, but we'll see. Okay, the Celtic cross. Tonight, a full actual Celtic cross live. All right. Crazy. That'll be something. All right. And I think that's it. That's all I need to really put in the box. So let's just go ahead and begin. I'm going to close my eyes for a minute and say a prayer, meditation that asks Creator, send your angels during this time. Okay. So let it be. Amen. So I never the Rider Waite in any of these, hardly ever. I'm going to use the mini Rider Waite. I also have the chakra deck. I have the crystal wisdom cards, which those are brilliant. Not only are they brilliant, but they are so tapped in. I could do an entire reading, pull the one card, and it will virtually retell the entire reading in the one card. That's how good they are. So I've got those out as well. And I have for free oracles tonight. For those of you that would like one, you're more than welcome. I've got the Miracles Now deck, okay? So we'll do those. The Gabby Bernstein, Spirit Junkie. Spirit Junkie. Okay. All right. Spirit has been getting stronger and stronger. It's pretty crazy, especially since the Aquarius new moon. I hope all of you did your salt baths. I did. When I do that every time, just like it's promised, you feel just this fresh, new feeling. It's a very healing bath, very detoxifying bath. Salt baths are very healing. They have been for centuries. The ancients would do them. The Dead Sea was a major healing waters. Which reminds me, I suggest to you, if you ever want to buy some Epsom salts for your saltwater bath, buy the Dead Sea Epsom salts. Okay. With your Himalayan rock salt, use some essential oils, apple cider vinegar, just a little bit though in your tub. All right. You can use some lemon juice, Florida water, just a few dabs. Okay. And all that electromagnetic static electricity that you pick up all week long wipes it clean. Okay. Puts you back in dissonance, in resonance instead of dissonance. All right. Remember, we're energy and we're 90% water. Water is programmable. It's a programmable substance. So it retains a lot. Retains how you think. It retains what you pick up. Okay. Let's see what we picked up here. I'm going to begin with. I was going to say I was going to begin with overall overview and theme, a couple of oracle, and then we're going to pull from the deck. So remember, if those of you who are here tonight, it's because you were sent here by Spirit. It's generally almost always how it works. And most likely you resonate with me. We share similar energies, probably a very similar natal chart, as most people in my group do. Okay. All right. Got that? Elsa. Hi, baby. It is. I wanted to make it cozy. It's 11:53 where I'm at, just about midnight in Seattle. And I wasn't going to do a reading tonight, but Spirit was really tugging at me to do it. So clearly somebody needs a message. I never use my Rider Waite, but I'm using them tonight. Right. This is for the collective, for those of us that need to hear it. Only for those of us that need this message, or at least something within the message. And I'm offering something I've never done before. We have our regular $5 2 card for a personal question plus free oracle. But I've never done a live Celtic cross. And I don't know why it came up, but it did. So I offered it in there. You don't have to, but if you want one, I would assume, no, actually, I know that $11.11 is probably the best you'll see. So while Spirit is telling me to do this thing, I've got the Chakra Wisdom and I've got the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. Like I said, that one Crystal Oracle, what I had just got done reading, oracles and tarot and all, and the one card will just say it all. So I've brought those out as well. And then I have the Miracles Now as a free card for you, if you would like a free card. All right. All right. My name is Jamie, by the way. I am a spiritual mentor and life purpose career coach. I coach creative intuitives. I'm in I'm in the spiritual and creative genre. So I am certified life coach in life purpose, business, and entrepreneurship, and even shamanic healing. I'm one of those people that just is a forever student. So I'm a big nerd. I teach, I coach, I consult. I also write. I write for entrepreneurs who are in the spiritual field that are developing their own healing businesses. And I write for them when they need articles on shadow work, healing in various places, ways, transformational storytelling, things like that. I have a website. I put it up there at the top if you want to see more about me. Me and my very crazy, eccentric ways. All right. I love my work very much. I have my own work that I do at home. I also work for a lifestyle business called Earthbound. We sell crystals, of course, tarot, and clothes. And I do work with elders. A lot of it at one point was dealing with activities which included like quality of life discussions and things like that. I have lightened it up over time, but I love working with the elders. I learn a lot from them. Okay. This is the crystal healing, crystal wisdom healing, right? Elsa, I'd love a reading today, and I am so calling in my sisterhood home base. Thank you. Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah. I work with a lot of women, creatives, women who've been down similar paths and roads that I have, who've gone through maybe various abuses, especially narcissistic abuse, addiction. You just, finding the leader in them, finding new lives for themselves, building new worlds for themselves. I'm really proud of these people. They're very incredible people. The wounded healers, changing them into transformational leaders as they deserve to be. All right. Oh, are you serious? Oh, you would like a Celtic cross. I have been really in the spiritual washing machine for a few weeks now. I was in dream work graphic novels. Oh, you did? I stepped into this world directly as I realized not everyone feels the way I do. Oh, God, I know what you mean. But I learned that late. I realized that my innate could be a gift to others, but yeah, because you know what it is, and it's very hard. It's what you need to do is figure out what your message is. And it could feel really broad to you. It's just a matter of breaking that down. But sometimes it's difficult because there's a lot of inner work that you do first, and your message will change, of course, as you evolve. But it's about finding what it is you really value, what it is you stand for, what it is you absolutely believe in, what your messaging is. That's your gift. But if you want one, we could definitely do that. I put my address at the top. It's the one that says life is calling. All right, so I got that. But yeah, I have my own coach as well. Every good coach has a coach. Tony Robbins has a coach. Getting a coach was the greatest investment I have ever made in myself. I couldn't afford it at the time. I had so many bills, so many things I was doing. And I had just left one job. And it was the greatest thing I'd done. It was the best investment. My coach she's a transformational speaker, an author, and a ex-TV personality. She just got done doing a Gap commercial. She created a program called the Spiritpreneur Warrior Sisters Business Academy. So she's created her own decks. She's got 2 really beautiful goddess decks that she's created. It's very exciting. Falankis, hello, honey. I started to do mediumship. Oh my gosh, yeah. When I was doing card readings and I felt taken over by I was constantly a bridge. It was beautiful, but on the other hand, yes, it can be very, very draining. And it's the same with readings. The waiting for a lot of people all at once. God, you can get tired. And sometimes I'll be on a live for 4, 5, 6 hours to make sure everyone gets a reading that wants it. And toward the end, it gets difficult because energy is so lost. And really thirsty. The water, I need water, lots of water. We're suffering from a lack of healthy marrying system where we can, I believe, where we can practice and build. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. And I've been saddened because seven times out of 10, a lot of the people I meet just sort of, I guess I want to say that they treat the spirituality more like a trend, something trendy, something. They take it really lightly. They called me the little old lady. I was the oldest of 8 kids and the black sheep. Still am. I'm still a seeker. I still love life. I still love to learn. And I love to stay deeply connected to something bigger than myself. And I take it very, very serious. And to be able to do this work now in the day and age that we're in, to be able to incorporate your talents, your interests, your passions, and utilize that, with any education you've had and the skills you've developed over the course of time, to be able to do that and do it for work, it to me is the greatest dream I've ever had. But I've come across a lot of others that treat it superficially, and like it's a uh, it bothers me. It bothers me. But don't get me wrong, there's some amazing women and men on here that do fabulous work. Fabulous work. And you can feel it, you can hear it. They are very very educated, very experienced, very talented spiritually, professionally, and educationally. You can tell, and experientially, you can tell. So I take I take this spiritual work very, very important. So I sort of mix my background in health work, right, with my coaching certifications, my own personal life. Okay, I've had to deal and take care of those with severe mental health issues, and I know a lot about it. And so I blend it all into something psychological, a little bit of counseling, the coaching work, as well as the spiritual reads and my own experience. So that's how I approach it. Welcome to those certified life purpose career coach and soul work intuitive. Thank you for visiting me here tonight. Definitely, please hit the like so that YouTube filters the video for others that just might need tonight's message. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. I apologize. I didn't realize. Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm going to mark off because I'd like to be able to send a thank you note to each and every one of you that donate tonight for your readings. Hi, Goddess. How are you, sexy? How's my baby? Trees. Hey, beautiful lady. I love those familiar faces. I'm so lucky. All right, my dear. It's midnight here in Seattle. There you are. Okay. 11:11. 11:11. It's 12:04. I'm also thanking the abundance that allowed me to have this very. Yeah, thank you. It's so wonderful to meet you. The best people. Spirit sends me the most bright and spiritually inclined people. I've been very blessed. Very blessed. It's 3:11 in New York. Ooh, girl, you're up late. Got a lot on your mind. All right, this is for Elisa. And Elisa, I'm going to start with go for you. Okay? This is for Elisa. Elisa, let's give this to Elisa, please. You know what? I'm going to get my black elephant tray. Okay, I'll show it to you. I'm going to do the, I'm going to lay the cards out on it. Hold on. I'll show it to you. It's so cute. Oh boy, I did Target, didn't I? Oh. Oh no. Get this here. Yeah, I'm gonna lay it on this here. So help me. That's perfect. Okay. This is for Elise. 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 Spirit, Elise, Archangel Michael. Please make your way into this reading. Okay. Complete. Wants to pop another. I'm going to show you the complete card. We see here a sense of the sacral, sort of the root, but more of the sacral. Hi, Star. Yeah, I've got the elephant behind me. I've got elephant tapestry on my ceiling. And in my little walk-in closet, little pictures of elephants. Didn't really do it on purpose. It just sort of slowly picked up that way. And at work, they're going to be giving us these little elephant pens, I guess. There's these elephants that go out to circuses that they're donating to. And so so completion. Was there a question that you had for this, or is this an overall general? Your sleep pattern is off. A lot of people right now are kind of going through this. I was talking about this with a gal at work, and she was saying that ever since the new moon, Aquarius new moon, just has given people really strange dreams, tossing and turning, insomnia, really bad insomnia. The sacral and the root, yes. Yeah, there's a sense of completion. Hello, Hannah. Yeah, so we're come full circle. Endings. The death of a piece of you, or a big part of you, actually. It's almost like, see here, the headstones. It's almost like here lies Elisa, circa 2015, circa 2013, 3, circa 1992. It's kind of got that sense. It's like, is that my dog? Can you close that door? Yeah, it's like, it's got this sense where you're laying to rest all those old pieces of you, or at least this is what is being urged of you, right? All the old pieces of you that aren't going to fit for the future, aren't going to fit for the new future that's coming, which has brighter days, and there's already been seeds that are planted. There's the beginnings of growth already, but there is a sense of mourning a loss, maybe, or already having had lost it and been through the grieving process. But there's this sense, it being time to develop a new story for yourself. It's time to rewrite those old chapters. To start, but I'd like to know I'm doing instinctive ancestral line work as I've traced back a specific pattern in the loam. And no, a womb block. Isn't that fascinating? Sounds very, very similar to my own case. And as you can see here in this card, it represents that as well, right? By the spirits here. Easily be representatives who represent your DNA, your ancestral bloodline, right? Your angels, your guardians. But yeah, there's a sense of all these fragments, these pieces of you that are being laid to rest because of a new cycle being emerged, a new story, a new storyline being written. Did you say just nobody wants to hear this and face it, but I see it scary to do, and the grieving, because it's just right. I wonder if it's it's worthwhile. Just rewrite over it. You're rewriting a new story. It's always worth it. Remember, at the cellular level, you're carrying your bloodline. You're carrying your ancestors with you in each and every cell at the cellular level. When you go through a healing process, you're healing stuff. You're changing the timeline. You're changing an entire generation that's coming after you. Your healing work, what you do spiritually, mentally, emotionally is extremely important. Even if you do have to go it alone, but you don't ever really go it completely alone. Okay? Remember that. It's scary because nobody is authorizing it, and my great-great-grandma let me. I know there are secrets, but I'm afraid of doing it alone without anyone holding space. Yeah, I know. My grandmother, Catherine, who was the love of my life, she went back to her land. She's 96, and I need to go to my grandmother's home country. Never been there, but there's a lot of old family demons that who've only heard through stories, will be taking. And I'm going to help her write her story, and I'm sure once it's done, she'll pass. It's something she's been wanting to do, but it's got a lot of the same elements you're talking about. And I can see it being freeing and healing for the both of us. But it's something the rest of the family, and most people would rather, most family, right off the get, right here, we've got, wow. Look at that. The Tower, first card. Okay, we're going to see what crosses it. This is crazy. All right, talk about completion. Talk about endings. Talk about messages and from spirit, your mind being changed, seeing things completely new, having to start a new foundation for the future, a new foundation for your life, for you moving forward. That's the energy. Okay. We've got, okay, Chariot. You see it? got elements. Of course, we know what the chariot is. The chariot is, well, ruled by Cancer, right? But it's moving forward, right? With confidence, with full confidence, with strength, deep inner strength. Um, Having understood both our shadow and our light sides, having spent time in both places, and almost feel like you've been through a dark night of the soul. You might even still kind of be in it. I feel it, but it's a good thing. You're deepening your wisdom, but definitely a sense of moving forward, right? Setting sail. Okay. Incredible. All right, let's see what. So that's what was covering you, those obstacles. What have we got? Crowning you, what to expect, the best to expect. Okay. Wow. Yeah. And of course, what have we got? Four of Wands. Often deals with family, a home, what makes a home, all about that place that where we build our family, right? Creating a sense of a legacy together, right? So it's more than just a home in a roof, a sense of having a roof over your head. It's literally about, yeah, it's a legacy being built for not just even, yeah. It's the dream of the drama-free family. You know, that nurturing home base, that place that makes us feel whole, makes us feel stable, makes us feel loved. Yeah. Okay. Okay. One is wanting to come out right there. Wow. The 10 of Swords. This is what's beneath you. This is what you're going to be working with, right? Each one of those are like those headstones. It's elements of the darkest of the past, of all some of the worst pain points, turning points that caused a lot of pain, a lot of grief, turmoil, darkness, uncertainty, a feeling of being blind, unable to see your way through. It's ended because when we have a 10, the last of it, it's happened, right? I mean, look at this person. You couldn't I don't go through that person because after rebirth, hope, transmutation, transformation, transmutation is the next cycle. But those stand for each and every one of those years, epochs of time, eras, or situations, however they developed. Those were all the pains of the past. And moving forward, you're going to make it work for you. Uh, you learned. You're going to take all of it and transmute it into something beautiful for your future. Taking lemons and making lemonade. I feel there is Holy Grail underneath. Do you? Star Ra has a cocaine addiction, needs therapy and anger management. Oh my God. I completely understand, Star. I'll share with you soon about somebody in my life that tested me to the max. After all kinds of pain and sorrow, it's like a movie. Memories of her past. Tell us about the past. Tell us about the past. Okay. This is this is what's beneath you. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is always about like in the midst of building something, in the middle of the creation of something, developing something, growing, right? It could talk about a number of things like business, contracts of all kinds, leases, right? Marriages, 2 people coming together under a partnership of some kind. But here, when referencing the past, we've got you just coming out of, this is what is coming from right behind it. So we're talking about contracts, completions, endings. Okay. Endings of contracts. And I think of this right away. And it's funny that this card is the card that represents the entire layout. There's agreements that are on their way out. This deals with family. This could deal with relationships, partnerships, under any kind of circumstance. That these things are being dissolved. It doesn't seem as though they it's like it only went so far. Like there was promise, but now we're looking at the wrapping up of all of that. I love that everyone is stringing along and making sense of this reading. Right. It really is. And I get this sense like someone or something was deceiving in a sense that they portrayed themselves to be better or higher than they actually were, if that makes sense. Or that they were higher than you or better than you. But that isn't the case. What? Yeah, I thought somebody would wake up too, Star, and this person is I spirit themselves. Okay, spirit is in shock. And left, leaving the broken pieces of it to others. Isn't that something? Right. It's almost like there's a sense that someone or something was an image, and that image was not all it was cracked up to be, or it was a false image altogether, something false. I even heard vanity, like probably some there. That sense. Wow. Okay. So we're going to number 6. This is what's coming in. This is what's in the current energy that is currently coming in. Oh wow. That one just spit everything out. That might have been too many. That was too many. Wow, Spirit, that's just too many. Okay. Crazy. Let's do this again. Okay, so just give me one. Just one. What is currently coming in? What is currently coming in? More about, we have another 3. So look into the number 33 seems to be significant for you. Okay. But what's more, which is a master number, it does say that it does give the indication that you yourself are coming into a sense of personal mastery in it from an emotional point of view, um, emotional intelligence, emotional freedom, healing deep. Also, you know, like the beginning of a really long spiritual journey. There again with this, yeah, they're celebrating. This is we get the sense of family again. There's more idea here about the family. Now, while they're celebrating, all is good. You know, this is generally a very really favorable card, but but this also talks about indulgences, overdoing things. Um, Addiction could go anywhere from uh, the way one thought, addiction to overthinking to going round and round and round and round in mind to a level that is very unhealthy, that affects one's mental health. Okay, mental and physical health, but also indulgence, addiction, family, um, deep family wounds because of this, right? Having to, although there is a celebration, there's this other layer to it here. I also get a time period with this. The next, it's either uh, 3 months, 3 weeks, or 3 months. It's this time of of completion, celebration, and it doesn't have to be a big party or anything. It just could be, uh, you know, but it definitely deals with family history, family heirlooms, old ways that the family over again faced and went through, cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle. But it's like this thing was a broken record, um, just over and over and over and over. You have a fiery or really brash or a masculine that is just intense, fiery. I am wrathful with all of them. They're disgraceful. Oh, wow. Star Ra. This could almost be your reading too. Yeah, I'm getting that this, there's a completion of what was going round and round and round in regards to the situation with family relationships, partnership. It's got to do with that. It's got to do with important relationships. And something is like, all is not what appears to be. It's like, I don't know if things were going on behind the scenes and there was a lot of covering up, putting on a face to the world while things were going on behind closed doors, kind of thing. But I get this feeling in the next uh, 3 weeks to 3 months, there's definitely something to celebrate in that regard. And there, I just really feel like there's someone, maybe a masculine, that just keeps trying to uh, be higher than others. Or how do I explain it? Just sort of like there's an insecurity there. They're always trying to themselves up over others, or maybe intimidate others, or problem there, or um, level and narcissism, even. It's generational gaslighting. It's been a year of not being able to raise attention. Oh my gosh, yeah. If it's him, let's see. Get a clarifier for that. I'll get a clarifier for it. Okay. I've got this guy. And this guy is pretty brash. This person goes right for the kill. This person is in and out. Uh, Not somebody you want to date. He's an artist. He doesn't stick around. He's a love him and leave him kind of guy. He's also like a wheeler and dealer. Very swords energy. Okay. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but it doesn't have to be. Could easily be an Aries, right? An emperor, an emperorish personality, even. But this person doesn't stick around and is only loyal when it suits them. But out of sight, out of mind. Loves to compete. Okay. Mars and Gemini. Wow, that card could easily represent somebody with a Mars and Gemini or Aquarius or Libra even. Wow. A Sag and is not marries and is wow. Okay, so that would be where some of the fire energy came from. Wow, Star, you are picking up heavily on this reading. The layers in this thing is insane. Holy, wow. Isn't that something? That is crazy. That is just insane. All right, now we're going to see number 7 is going to represent you in this reading. Your thoughts, your feelings on the matter, all of that. Let's see. On what's going on in your life. And there's a sense that although that you have a beautiful future, but there's a sense of maybe you have too many choices, or maybe it's too open to you. You don't, you're not really sure about where you're headed at this time. But there is judgment, okay? Judgment, vindication, but also choices being made on your behalf. I mean, you. Yeah. Heavy 7 of Cups energy. Let's see what gets pulled up here. Nope, not that many, Spirit. Just one, please. There we go. Almost was upside down. So this 9 of Cups represents you, okay, for the 7th, for the placement number 7, where clearly you have things that you have wishes and emotional. You have things that are deep and close to your heart that you want to see fulfilled. Okay, each of those cups holds a piece of you, right? Each one of those has something of you in them. It really is time to integrate them, okay? Integrate them and take them all and make them your Ace of Cups. Make it your Ace of Cups. Find a way to say goodbye to the past, a farewell. Take what you can with you, as little as possible, though, so with as little burden. All right. It's right now. There's almost a sense like, you see how they're sitting? His heart's closed up. It's blocking the heart. Make sure that you don't block your heart off to what's coming for you, okay? With this red hat, I get let passions rise to the surface. Let passions just overflow. Let that 10th cup come in. Find your emotional satisfaction for you, your emotional fulfillment for you. It is through you that a lot of healing will happen. For your loved ones. There's a sense that
generational curses will end with you because of the legacy that you seek to build, the legacy you seek to create and leave behind, that it is going to be through you that ends decades of like this trauma building and this way of doing things and seeing things that just consistently brought the same pain over and over. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time. And it's a wish of yours. It's a deep, deep wish that you have. My Frempy seem like they're waiting for me, changed, healed, and they're not helping. And but well, that's what they always do. Just don't let it throw you off balance. It's almost like they're there to test you. And while spirit is there to help you in many ways, there are always going to be things to test your resolve. Don't let it. Always remain stoic and know where your sense of peace is. Always go back to where you find your peace. India, come lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Thank you. Hold on 1 minute. Oh, my pets, my cat and my dog. They're both these furry entities. Look at this one. But her and my dog India, she's a white pit, red-nosed pit. They're both sisters. Avia is the boss. But they really like to interrupt me when Mama is busy. No. Come on now. No. So hold on 1 moment. We are. We really are. And let me tell you, in my own life, and you guys are all on my frequency, right? You guys are all going to be going through very similar things. I have somebody in my life right now that it's shocking at the level of stupidity this person, I can't believe they don't learn. And talk about testing, this person seems to be my devil. Avia! Oh my goodness. No. Come on. No. Jeez. Okay. I gotta give this back to Pop. Thank you, but no. Take this back to Poppy.
Gotta come in or out? Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wanna come on down? Be a good girl. Eat your food. Okay? Be good. Be good for mama, please. Be good. Be good for mama. Sorry about that, loves. I'm so sorry. I apologize. These guys are just something else. But I fed the dog, so maybe she'll have a fuller tummy and lay down. And my kitty, we'll see about her. Also, Jamie, I wonder, is it a wish that comes from my higher self? Or is it mixed in with my arrogance? I pondered that also. I really think and wish that my body's liberation from these stigmas of control, abuse. Oh yeah, it's one of those big themes that a lot are going through right now, including myself. And some people said it's our Saturn return. I don't know if it's because of that or not. But there is something to be said about massive cycles of what felt like maybe being in the dark about some of the shadowiest parts of ourselves and others, and finding of freedom, of sovereignty, independence, liberation from that keep us in bondage, that keep us from being whole, that keep us blind. 2020 is about clear vision, right? It's the year of awakening, of clarity, of being whole, clear seeing, right? Having foresight, of drawing close to your spiritual nature and not just paying attention to our physical natures. Although our physical natures do need to be tended to, as far as remembering that our body temple is a very important aspect of our spiritual body as well, right? But there is this sense that this year is about being like coming into the first steps of our eyes finally seeing the whole picture without getting pieces of it, fragments of it, but seeing it as in its entirety. Yeah. Paradise on earth, freedom is the innocence. Yeah. This
return to being childlike, but not childish, honoring our deepest values, standing up for what's right, even in the face of unpopularity. And let me tell you, truth is never popular. It hurts people. People who don't want to see it don't like the truth. They'd rather you tickle their ears and give them sweet lies all day long. And we're going to see a lot of that. You know, they get offended by the truth. The truth offends their delicate sensibilities. And mostly that's narcissists. Narcissistic, sociopathic people hate and despise the truth because it forces them to take a deeper look, to have self-awareness, to take responsibility, to walk away from victimhood, and to take responsibility and ownership, and to claim power over their own lives. And we all have power. We're children of God. We're co-creators. Everything around us, you know, sometimes sadly, you know, it's like scripture says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. You know, sometimes it takes years, and because of a whole host of things playing itself out, it takes a long time before we finally are able to see, you know, what was holding us down for so freaking long, what was keeping us back, what had us walking it like a zombie, you know, paralyzed and hypnotized all at the same time. But this is a year for seeing. Those that have ears to hear and those that have eyes to see. Those people are getting strong. Spirit is getting them strong for a reason. They have a greater purpose. We all have a greater purpose, but not everybody will heed the call. Not everybody will have the spiritual strength. And not everybody will be ready. You know, we're all born with spiritual gifts encoded, and they flourish, and the DNA unlocks these codes at very specific divine times in our lives. And for many of you this year, it will happen different times of the year for various ones of you, depending on your life circumstance. Oops. We've got number 8. Let's see the influences that are surrounding you at the time. Influences around the Lisa spirit. What are the influences? Okay. 8 of Wands. Okay. So we've got, it's all about what? Communication. Fast. Communication coming in fast. Communication that is that of passionate communication, or fiery communication, or spirited, or even communication from spirit, right? Lots of emails, letters, phone calls, these kinds of things. But I feel like in your case, a lot of this has to do with spiritual information, and like a quickening of it. It's like epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Realizing the mountain that you've climbed, that you've risen, the heaps you've been through, and the leaps and bounds that you've made. Lots of growth. Yeah. Mhm. Star says, many are called, few are chosen. That's right. That's right. Not everybody wants to, not everyone wants to pay heed, especially when they realize what's all involved, because there's always a price, when if you want to find the truth of your life, if you want to get over things that have deeply put you at odds with others in your family, that have held them down, held you back, held you down, that wouldn't allow things to correct themselves. It takes work, and it's work that not many people want to do. It takes a level of inner work and facing oneself. And just not many people want to do that. They just don't. Change isn't easy. They'd rather fall into the traps of their lives, And the funny thing is, they make these choices, but they still complain. They'll complain, but they made the choice. Okay. Hopes and fears. The hopes and fears for Lisa, please, Spirit. Hopes and fears. Please. Hopes and fears. There we go. And fears. Okay. Your hope that you will be recognized. That you'll get the level of recognition you deserve. For who you've been through all of this. For who you are. You want to be seen. You want to be appreciated for everything you've put on the table. The things you've sacrificed. For what you're trying to say, for what you've been trying to do. Is it going to be appreciated? Is it going to be acknowledged for what it is, for the work you've put into all of this, for what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, and for how long? There's this sense that, you have a lot of integrity, and you have a lot of foresight. You also have a lot of longevity, You can persevere. You have a lot of endurance. You're very intelligent, and it can be bothersome that people don't either respect just how intelligent. A lot of haters. Why? Because They can't find that within themselves. You have a real noble quality to you. You know, if there's arrogance to you, and there's a hint, I think that's fine. You almost have a right to be, because of who you are. You know, you're not a shrinking violet. And should be afforded and available. Oh, thank you. Yes, you are, baby. You're always victorious. You're always victorious if every day you make it a point to be the most honorable uh, person of truth, of character, who knows what their values are. It stands firm in those values. Uh, doesn't allow anybody to intimidate you out of them. You're not afraid to speak them out, even if that's going to make you face a group and you're the odd one out. As long as you always stand in that level of truth and honesty and authenticity, babe, you're a victor every day. Okay? Okay, let's see what is coming. What is the final outcome? Keep reading. All about you completing. You're coming into a new era. This is a new era. You are ending something that went on for a really long time, that dealt with a lot of grief, a lot of pains, a lot of turmoil, losses, traumas, just a lot. Ups and downs and emotional turmoils. Not clear picture. Needing to find balance and a sense of peace in your life now, okay? And just finding that thing that gives you meaning, that brings you joy in your life, that brings a sense of peace, that makes you feel connected in a very real way. Okay? And having a deep love and respect for yourself, becoming your own best friend. Because in effect, when you do that, it's like you in spirit against the world. There's something to say about that, something very beautiful about that. You'll attract the right people. Okay. You will attract new people that deserve to be in your space. For Lisa, what is the outcome? Another 10. Endings. What are those? All the burdens, all those past burdens, all these things that you've been carrying on your back, carrying with you for so long. It's time to drop them. Drop them down. No more. No more. It's time to live life with ease, moving through life intuitively. You don't need all of this. Life isn't about drudgery. Okay? It's not about all of that. All that pain, all the drama, all the shit. It isn't. The outcome is saying it's time for you, just like those swords, drop all these wands, all these burdens, the burdens of life. And you're going to do that because this is a new era. This is a new time, a new day for you. Okay? You're going to transmute all this stuff from the past and take them. Your greatest strengths are going to add. You've endured a lot. Mental, physical, okay? And even lately with this really deep, this kind of dark, it really feels like a dark night of the soul kind of thing. But it's not going to stay there long. Those clouds will lift and your spiritual awakening will be more, it's not going to be heavy. It's going to go to a place where you can enjoy it. You know, Christ said, I came here that you might have joy. To live in spirit doesn't mean to live this pious but sad and heavy and serious and dark life. That's no. It's about being light on your feet, full of joy, lots of laughter, lots of music, getting to know yourself on a whole new level, leaving that old self behind, putting it to death. Who you once were, that old you that belonged to those things then, because you're taking all of that and you're going to recreate a new story, a new life. It's like this is the first day of the rest of your life. Okay. All of that pain, all that bullshit is over. You just have to set it down. Stop carrying these burdens. They're not yours. That this is the outcome. This is what is being suggested. Completion. Bury this. It's time to bury it. Let the sun come out. You're carrying each of those headstones. It's time to say goodbye. See the sun's coming out. Not only does that mean illumination, but beautiful days. What is the sun card about? The inner child. Happy days. It's those yeses that you're hoping for, right? It's letting go. Putting the burdens down so that you could be free. You can be free emotionally, be free spiritually. Freedom, true freedom. That's what's being offered to you right now. Are you going to take it? That is all going to be up to you, my friend. True freedom. Are you going to take it? Don't deceive yourself. Okay. A sense of knowing myself all over again. Yeah. Star says, real alchemy. I have been in hermit mode, yet still interacting for healing. Yeah. Hi, King. Every one of you. See what I mean? Spirit sends me always people like very much in tune with me. Everybody's so, deeply aware, very, spiritually intelligent. Your spiritual intelligence is off the chain. Of course, we're all a bunch of wounded healers, but it's time to change all that. Remember, it's like I said, going from wounded healers into a transformational leader, and for others, being an example. Ending generational shit that's been passed down for decades and decades. There's a reason why you're the black sheep. You're the old soul, the multi-potential, the odd one out. There's a reason. Yes, lighthearted, the real me. Let all the BS covered in glitter go. Right. Not all that glitters is gold. Except for you. Because I don't want to smell my own BS or any. Yeah. Me neither. It's like, why should you deal with anybody else's shit if you've got your own? You can make enough mess of your own life just fine. You don't need somebody else adding to the issues. It's like, you have to cry. It's about opening your heart. Do not. This is what Spirit is offering a lot of us at this time. Okay. Do not allow yourself, because of stuffing things down for so long, trying to remain, maybe hidden, protecting yourself in whatever way that you're doing, remaining stoic, overly. You're cutting yourself off from Spirit. The heart is a beautiful piece of intelligence, as well as the gut, right? As much as the brain. If you cut that off, you're dead. It's the heart that leads you in Spirit. Don't allow yourself to go frozen. When your heart goes frozen like that, it's locked. It's very hard to heal. It takes years and years because you've numbed yourself. Allow yourself to cry. Get it all out. Every last tear. Let the emotions come through. When we stuff it down, we stuff it down, we stuff it down, we stuff it down. It's got to go. It gets blocked. It gets stuck. There's nowhere for that energy to go because we're not allowing it to flow through naturally. Just feel it and let it come out. The more we hold on to it and stuff it, it's aging you. It's hurting everywhere else in your body. It's hurting all other organs. It's causing an overall system failure. It's sending signals to all other parts of the body. And think of how it just throws respect to have a good relationship with anybody else that knows how to do the same. You're not going to find somebody healthy. You're going to find somebody that closed off to you, right? Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel your way through those emotions. Let it come out once and for all. Give the heart a break. It's weighed down by old pain, old stuff. Those old memories, they get programmed into you at the cellular level. And then we pass it down and pass it down. Let it go. Let it be free from your body. You'll feel light again. And then your heart will be light and open. It'll be open to be filled up again. But this time with real love, not pain and heartache and weighed down with heaviness. You know, that's how heart attacks happen, heart disease, because the heart is broken. You got to let that stuff come out of it, relieve it. She says, Lisa says, telling those stories just for release, getting to them, that victory, feeling them through us until there is just love flowing on a body. It less. Fonzie, hi. Well, the Almighty definitely wants you to. I mean, that's why we're programmed in the way that we do, so that we can feel our way through it, that we can cry. But we train ourselves. We train ourselves good. Thank you, Star. Bless you too, baby. Fonzie, may I have an oracle? Yes. This is the oracle. It's just from Miracles Now. I'm going to give one to each of you. Okay. That was the first live Celtic reading, Celtic cross I've ever done. The most I've done, I'll do is the 2-card with the oracles, or last week we did do 5-card with the oracle, but I've never done the Celtic cross live. My body is carrying these burdens I didn't even know. Oh, yeah. And you can always tell just by in your walk. You know, it's like in your back. It's like hunched even from, you know, from feeling just beat down, heavy. Oh, King, you will be, honey. Just allow yourself to be. Allow yourself that freedom. But, and it's very hard because you got to have spiritual strength. You got to go to where your peace is. Where do you find your peace? Where do you find your happiness? Where does time just doesn't matter or flies like this? You've got to be that. Go there. Do that. Find what's meaningful to you. You know, love yourself. Do the things that make you feel luxurious, that make you feel beautiful, that make you laugh, that make you have fun, that make you feel silly. Just, it doesn't have to be too serious. Life doesn't. And I've taken my life and things far too serious for way too long. Being the oldest of 8 kids and right away made to be mommy's little helper from very, very, very young. You know, and I love to laugh and be silly. I love dancing, music, all of that. And I haven't gone dancing in the longest time. I haven't even really listened to music in a long time because I've been so busy with life. Even I, forget to collect myself and bring myself back to what's important. Yeah. I'll tell you what, this work makes me happy. That's why I do it. Yeah, makes me really happy. I get to talk about things I love talking about. It's healing for me. It's healing for others. It's a win-win. It's creative work. It's work that's ever evolving, ever expansive. It's never boring. It allows me to constantly learn. And I'm one of those people that could just keep sitting in a classroom. If somebody paid me, I would sit in a classroom forever and just learn. Latoya. All right. Fonzie, are you there? This is yours. Here's another thing. I'm tired of always being too nice, right? It's time that a little bit of bitch comes out. You'd probably surprise some people. Or at least my form of it, form of bitch. I have I can have a dark sense of humor. All right. Fonzie, this is yours. In the midst of a meltdown, I breathe. I breathe through the discomfort and come out of the other side. In the midst of a meltdown, I breathe through the discomfort and come out of the other side. This is for you, Fonzie. Spirit's message to you. Take it, apply it. Oh, God. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you so much. Shucks, just realized how sad my ex is. He is 23 and so miserable in just this pseudo humor. Here's a joke. I just read your card for you, Fonzie. What are hippies good for? That's it. Okay. What are hippies good for? I don't know. Road trips in a BMW, in a VW Bug. What's the answer? They are good for holding your leggies on. That I'm a total hippie. Gotta admit it. Oh yeah, I'm about to read your card too. Oh, you mean what kind? That one, the one I just did for Elisa was the Celtic Cross. I've never done that live before. Usually those are done private, and for 30 something. I do it for, like 30 something minutes long or 40 minutes. I have it on my website. I've never done it on live, but I put that up there tonight. I don't know. It just came to me when I was, before I came on. And then the $5 2-card personal question with Oracle, free Oracle. And tonight I'm doing free oracles from the Miracles Now. So I just did Fonzie's. I'm about to read yours, Star, unless you want something more, something different, like Elisa got. I put the address at the top, but I guess it is way up there. I could type it back in again. For readings for Celtic Cross, here, I'll put that in here. Let's see. Hence my boxing. Yeah, boxing is great. Boxing, anything, Tai Chi, any of that. Movement. And I would really like to begin a class for movement healing through body movement by beginners belly dance. I'll incorporate that sometime this year down the line. So I'll put the address is at the top. It's not letting me put it in. It's really buffering a lot. think if you may, would you pull an oracle card? Uh-oh, something funny is going on, you guys. I might have to close and then open it up again. Dang it. Here we go. It's stuck. Spirit is saying no. It's getting stuck. The timer. The clock keeps stopping. I'm gonna wonder.